Yeah,
I have no voice at all in
Billy
this
Joel.
whole world.
It was all Billy. I got the mail schedule. I said, I thought I was supposed to write this. He goes, yeah, but I took care of it for you. I said, all right, you're doing my job for me. We're renegotiating contracts, I guess. And he goes, why did I do something wrong? I said, yeah, you made it too long. You
I
ready?
gotta get back. I gotta
Yeah.
finish my
All right.
art.
Leo, you almost ready?
Just now.
Let me know when you're ready to push it live.
You're already running.
Oh, you're waiting.
Oh, you're going
So
live?
does that mean we're live? So here we are, day one.
At Maryland Poppin' HorrorCon here in Pikesville, Maryland,
Right?
with Cherie Currie.
Right? Can you believe that we are actually sitting here with Cherie Currie?
Stop it. I was sitting here with you 2 weeks ago.
And actually,
Not here, but
we were
somewhere
hanging
else.
out
Well,
with
that's
her
what I
at another
mean.
place a few weeks before that, weren't we?
Oh, that's right. We
Yeah.
were in Mass. We met you in Mass first.
So
Oh, so
We've been
ha-ha.
busy. We've been busy.
So I'm going to say to the people that are watching on the internet, haha. We've got to hang out with her now 3 times, and I believe you're going to Virginia as well. So that's going to be 4.
Yay.
Lucky you.
I am lucky. I'm
I'll
so
make sure to
lucky.
have different questions for you then too.
Whatever.
But
I've been
anyways,
asked them all.
Ask them all.
Yeah.
How's the Indian?
Oh, you mean with the nice ass?
Yeah.
Yeah, he turned out great.
You went right to it.
I
Well,
did.
Yeah.
I did.
My first man, and that was what I was more worried about, an Indian chief, is that he had a nice ass. And you know, even though I haven't seen a man's ass in 13, 14 years, I did good. I
Oh,
did real good.
She did.
He has a better ass than most men.
So what we're talking about is this on? Why is my thank you?
There you are.
That's why we have the monkey behind the keyboard. What we're talking about, folks, is that Cherie actually is a wood carver.
I will say the right pronunciation of my name is Cherie. 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 Sure.
Cherie.
Cherie.
See, I was
Cherie.
misguided once again.
Yeah.
I have to stop listening to people. But I got your last name right.
Yeah, Currie. That's
Currie,
easy.
because I
Yes,
messed
yes.
that up in the last one.
Right.
But yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
What?
Your wood carving. I mean, that's
I've been a carver now, for a chainsaw artist for 22 years now.
wow.
Yeah. I was competing big time in 2005 and, placing in all of them and doing, but it was very political.
Oh,
Isn't everything?
Yeah.
Everything but this show.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because I did this beautiful mermaid suspended by her hair with her fins out, and she was so beautiful. But there was a gal that had been carving a lot longer than me, and she did a sand star with a bird. I didn't know what it was,
Mhm.
what kind of bird that was. And I just went, well, that's not going to be even a comp, but she won. And
Oh,
that was the last competition I did.
sounds
Even
like
though she's great.
how
hold on. I
how
just
did you
wanna-
Wasn't
find
right.
out that you could do chainsaw art? I mean, not everybody can just pick up a chainsaw and be like, not lose a hand.
No. And that is why I tell people that voice in your head, that voice, that once I was on the back of a motorcycle, I was doing relief carving at the time, which is like tabletops and wall hangings, that kind of a thing. But never in my wildest dreams did I even consider picking up a chain, not even for a nanosecond. But when I passed those guys on my way to the beach, that this voice in my head every night I went to sleep would say, you have to go back. When I got up, you have to go back. You have to go back. After 2 weeks of it, I just said, fine, I'll go back. I mean, I didn't know why.
Right.
But as soon as I walked into that gallery and I saw these mermaids and even like a gorilla and tikis and dolphins and seals and they weren't like the lumberjack type, real. They were gorgeous.
Mm.
And this voice said, you can do this.
Mm.
Just like that. Sounded like that. You can do this. And I was like, what? Okay. So I asked them if they would take me on, and they wanted to see my art. So I went home, got my artwork, and they brought me on. And I was winning awards like almost out the gate. So that voice
right.
is real. And people know it, because when you don't listen,
Yeah.
bad things happen.
See,
And so it's very important that you realize that that is your friend, and only if it's saying good things.
no,
If it's saying crappy, ugly things, that's not the voice. That means, don't listen to that. That's your own insecurities that are trying to
manipulate
exactly.
the voice.
But had it not been for that voice, I would not have my home.
Right.
I would not. I mean, for 22 years, I've been a carver now, and I've had a great life doing it. And I
that's
can't even
awesome.
imagine.
No,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
That's really
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Thank you.
No,
And
No,
a bit
honey,
of therapy.
really.
And
Hey.
everyone has that voice. Anyone that says they don't,
See,
is
my
not
wife
telling
wouldn't be
the
too
truth.
surprised. She'd be like, "Oh yeah, we know."
No, yeah.
Yeah, we have medication for that, Jeremy. Don't worry.
No. So probably everybody wants to know, how'd you fall in love with music? How'd you like come up?
Well, it'd be David Bowie and Susie Quattro and Alice Cooper and Elton John. You know, I think the 70s had just some of the greatest music ever, honestly. And I was like any kid, 13, 14 years old, but I went to a David Bowie concert, the Diamond Dogs concert at the Universal Amphitheater. I think I was 14, so that would have been early 74, could have been late 73. And I saw him on stage, and it was like the skies opened, and I was this really insecure surfer chick, and my twin sister, who was very popular in school, you know, she was a popular one, I was the nerdy one, and seeing him and realizing I wanted to do that changed my life.
That's got to be quite inspirational. Like my kids think about David Bowie and they're like, "Oh, he's an icon," but like they don't understand like his performances live.
In fact, I mean, it's even in, I'll be 64 this year, and I find new and amazing things about David Bowie that I didn't know. He was truly one of the most amazing artists, I think, of many generations. I mean, the guy was exceptional. And,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. You know, I mean, I love all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I just do.
I'm a huge Labyrinth fan. So
Well, right. Well, I was going to
David
say
Bowie,
that, you know, even
just
the
like
acting
I
side
grew
of
up as a
things.
kid as he was standing there. I'm like, "Oh my God." And then
Right.
all through his music, finding out from Labyrinth on was just like, it's like a whole ride, I
Yeah.
guess.
Mhm.
So what's your opinion of the movie that they did based on you versus your book? Like,
Right. Well, you know, I what am I supposed to say? I mean, how lucky am I to have a movie made about me?
awesome. Yeah.
So that makes it very difficult to complain about things, because people think, you know, and they rightfully so, you know, how dare you? You know, nobody gets movies made about them. But
When it's
saying so, you know, I wish she would have stuck a little bit more to the book and not written, you know, change things around, like the corset being in, you know, that I came up with the corset in Japan. Japan was the end of the Runaways, really. And, but I think there was so much more in that book that Floria Sigismonte could have drawn from. But, you know, what do you say? I think the performances were outrageously good. Dakota, Christian, Michael Shannon, I can't praise them more.
that's
I
cool.
just would have liked it to be a little more accurate.
more on
Yeah.
point with
more accurate
Sure.
with the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It'd be nice for the truth to be told once in a while.
it would. You're absolutely right. And that's why
it's
you've
hard
got to
in
read the
this
book.
world to find the truth.
Well,
Well,
that's why you've got to read the book.
I mean, there, you know, Floria had written this one thing where I was blowing crack cocaine in a dog's face in a hotel. And that
Lucky
was
dog-
where I
lucky
drew
dog.
the line.
Right?
No,
No.
because I would
No.
never, I'd kill someone that did that.
Right.
And I told her I'll sue her for
Right.
that, because that is, I don't care how nutty she wanted to be as a writer,
Right.
but that is unacceptable. And I said, now you're in trouble, because
Yeah.
I'm never,
you crossed
ever
that.
going to let this happen.
Right.
And, to me, again, it's just, it's unfortunate that people can't really, when they have that task of recreating people's lives, that they can't dive into what their lives really were and come up with bizarre stories that just made me and her not get along.
Right.
And that was the sad part, because I look up to her as a videographer for David Bowie, but I was not,
Not
totally
thrilled.
happy with her.
If anybody has
imagination.
questions, by the way,
But she did make the movie as 70s real as she could have. I think that she did a beautiful job with that too. Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said again, you got to buy the book.
Yeah.
You got to buy the book if you want to know the truth.
I've just started reading it.
I bought the book in Georgia.
Oh, did
Oh yeah, yeah. It's up on my mantle
you?
because it's autographed, so I can't read it.
Oh, that would have been a smart thing to do.
No, I mean, if I have
Which
questions-
one did you buy? The original where they did the movie, or did you buy the adult version when the movie came out? There's two adult
I don't know.
versions.
I bought the book that you had.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one that they based the movie on.
Yeah, I bought the book that you had. You said, "Well, that's really expensive," and I said, "It's worth
Well,
it."
it is, because
But
I
it's
mean,
worth it to me.
I bought every single last copy from Price, Stern and Sloan.
Right, but in
And
my eyes, it was worth it because it tells the story.
Yeah.
It
does.
and I want to know the truth. And if I had a question, I'd just be like, "So really, what happened? Really? I won't say no. Look, I can shut that mouth." Okay. And back
No,
to,
the
and back to
truth.
the show.
That book is as truthful as I could ever be.
Right.
Because I think if you have, if a company like Price, Stern and Sloan, or even Pure Music, I mean not Pure, I'm sorry, it which is HarperCollins, asks you to write a book for them, you've got to throw absolutely every caution to the wind and give
Right.
them something that
You gotta give them a
is
bestseller. Yeah,
yes.
bestseller.
So, and you have to tell the truth. People don't tell the truth,
No. No.
And so I'm a truth teller.
Well, and that's the way to be. I mean, I was raised the same way.
And again, I think that that's the reason why I wasn't too happy with Floria, because I'm a truth teller. I'm not a fable person,
Right. Yeah. I mean, which actually, now I have a question for you. So when you actually do get a chance to sit down and watch television,
Oh yeah.
do you like to watch the truth side of things, like the real shows
Oh yeah.
versus
I mean, I can't.
'cause I'm one of those
I
people.
can't lie.
Yeah.
I can't. I
Right.
can't do it.
Right.
And so, and I can pick a liar out 100 feet away. No, honestly, I
No,
can't.
no, I know. No, I know what you're saying.
And only because, the courage it takes to tell the truth is the gift,
Mhm.
because you do get courage from it, and it helps you in life.
Mhm.
And you don't have to worry, well, what did I say, or did I,
Right,
I mean,
right. Did I tell that person this or that?
exactly. You can,
Yeah.
it simplifies your life.
Yeah,
and,
I screwed up. I'm sorry.
and not only
Yeah.
that,
Right.
people can see a liar and know it.
Yeah.
I mean, trust your gut. When
Right.
somebody's pulling your leg, right? And what the truth resonates with everyone. It hits you right here, and it's something you can't deny. And so
So
it's powerful. Truth is power.
Any questions coming in through the interweb there, Leo?
Yeah. How was it? Sorry. What got you into acting?
Well, I had, of course, I left the Runaways. I was doing a little show at the Golden Bear in Huntington Beach, and the William Morris Agency, a guy named Dennis Brody was there. And he walked up and he asked if I'd be interested in acting. And I said, well, I consider myself an entertainer, so sure. And the first movie he sent me on was Rock and Roll High School.
Oh,
The
yeah.
second one was Foxes. I got both parts, so I had to choose which one. And I chose Foxes because I wanted to work with Jodie Foster so much.
Very cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Very cool. Did I see you raise your hand to ask a question?
No, she was looking for liars. And trying to hide.
Oh, I was like, either he's raising his hand for a question or he's trying to bat that fly
So-
out of the air.
You mentioned the course what inspired the actual corset for Cherry Bomb?
Well, the corset is, again, that voice is, we were playing at the Starwood. And so we went to sound check, and there was this little store directly across Santa Monica, had that single corset in the window because it was tiny little lingerie shop. And I walked across the street and I pressed I was drawn to it, really. There was something about it. And I went in, I tried it on, and I bought it. And then I had Kim Fowley and Scott Anderson, our manager, come to my house, and I put it on. I said, I want to wear this for Cherry Bomb. Well, they flipped over the idea, but I was horrified of what the girls would do, even though it was only for 3 minutes that I wore it. And of course, the press seems to make it like I wore it for the whole show. It was just for Cherry Bomb. But I knew that wearing that corset was going to bring, I'm only 16, just turned 16, like days before. And I knew, that voice told me that I needed to do that. And that's what I did. And it made a big difference.
Is it still around?
Unfortunately, it isn't, because Billy Squire, his girlfriend, was a seamstress, and I couldn't find another corset like that. We didn't have the internet, where you could go and,
Right. Yeah.
the shop wasn't selling them anymore. So I went to her as a seamstress for her to copy it, because mine was so destroyed and stained. And when I didn't hear back from her for about 2-3 weeks, I went down there. Her store was gone, and she was gone, and the corset was gone.
Oh,
So
scan eBay.
yeah, I mean, who knows?
That's too bad.
A heartbreak, truly a heartbreak.
But you speak of Cherry Bomb, and something that you mentioned to me when we were chatting at your table is now that you're actually painting cherries
Yeah.
on things for people because of
I
the,
thought you were going to say on bombs.
No.
I was like, what?
It's this tattoo.
right, which that simplifies, I would assume, your time with the Runaways and Cherry
Well,
Bomb.
it's Cherry Bomb. Me and
Right.
Joan, I mean, we were both, well, I was 16. She was late 17 at the time. Joan's 2 years older than me, even though
Right.
she claimed she was my age. But we went to Sunset Tattoo.
Yeah.
And she got a jet right here, and I got this cherry on my shoulder.
Right.
And I mean, literally right away. I was young,
Yeah.
very, very young.
Well, yeah.
But these cherries, when I've added them to records or photographs or whatever, or guitars, it just, the value of it skyrockets. And so everybody is asking me, and I
Yeah.
charge $25 but
Well, no.
and I'm also like I'm such a perfectionist. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to make sure it's right and shaded and everything, and just really, because people's money, especially right now when people are hurting so much. That's why, I mean,
It means a lot when they come up and
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
for a photograph, I charge $30 with a selfie for a photograph. And, that's, to me, I can barely do that.
Mm.
I mean, to me, I wish I could do it for less, but at this point, I mean, I do everything I can to.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, one of the reasons I mentioned that is because of our viewers. So if you're going to go out and see this amazing lady at a show, she does custom painting on products that you may bring, or maybe that she has at the table. So keep that in mind. It drives the
Yeah.
value up.
About $100 or $125, $150, and for $25, it's like it's my way to say thank you.
Right.
And plus, I'm perform at all of these things.
Right.
And that is something that's my
Is
way
that
of giving
tonight?
back to.
What happened?
the performance, is that tonight?
That's tomorrow night.
It's
I
tomorrow
believe.
night, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, wait till you see that.
Oh, you're so kind.
No, I'm honest.
I love it.
I'm honest.
I love doing it.
And I'll
Thank
tell you, I mean, like I said, I saw you perform in Mass. You did a a song during karaoke, and you're like, this is out of my comfort zone. But I was sitting in the back of the room, and I'm like, just checking to see what we had for young children. Holy,
Oh, thank you.
I mean, like the vocal projection. Even you said you're 60.
I'll be 64
Four?
in November. Yeah.
I think I said 32.
Well, you'd be fibbing.
Well, no, because you multiply that by 2 and it's 64.
I don't care. I'm so old.
But
It doesn't even
but
matter.
the vocal projection that you still have is just, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling because a lot of singers, as we know, as they get older, they lose that, or they do damage to their vocal cords somehow, and it's just not the same. And
I'm very lucky because I don't sing. I don't sing at all, ever.
right,
Only
not even in the shower.
no,
Oh, see, that's where I sing. Nobody
no,
can
I
hear me.
don't.
It's the only
I mean,
place I'll
when
sing.
someone asks me to, I do, and
Right.
I don't warm up or anything. So
That's even more amazing because, like I said, I saw you perform in Mass, and then we had the pleasure of seeing you in Georgia perform Cherry Bomb, and I got chills. I literally got chills. I was like, oh my God,
thank you,
she is still hitting every note right on, and I was blown away.
thank
So
you.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing you perform tomorrow night here in Maryland, and I'm looking forward to seeing you perform in Virginia
Thank you.
because Jeff and I have the pleasure of bringing our wives to that show because we're actually
Oh,
going
sweet.
on vacation after that.
Oh,
So
good.
They're going to get
Well
to
deserved.
experience.
Yeah, right.
They're going to get to experience what we've been able to experience, which is just, it's an amazing thing. So I'm going to say to our live viewers, if you're not down here at Maryland, get off the couch. There's no excuse not to be here tomorrow. Come on down.
Come,
can
my
see-
cherry bombs.
Yeah. See,
Oh,
look at
yeah.
that. See, there's a ton of amazing guests, but not like this.
Oh,
Not
so
like
many
this.
great guests.
There's so many great guests,
Yes.
but of different genres.
Yeah.
And there's actually
Thank
two
you.
very nice guests from the music genre here this weekend.
Yeah, we have Gina Schock,
yeah.
the drummer for
From
the
the
Go-Go's,
Go-Go's.
who's a friend, and she's right behind me, and she's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, quiet. How do I shut this off?
Oh, great. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, you have to
What?
hit that little side thing. Here, let me see. Let's.
She, yes, folks, she also
Oh.
knows how to work other people's phones.
No, apparently not. There we go. That's what I had to do. I had to put my glasses on because I can't see anything. Whoa. What was that?
Somebody's mad at you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Any questions? Go ahead. Actually, you know what? Come here. Come on up here. Come on up here.
Get on camera.
Come on up here. Come on up here. Right over here. Right there. Right next to me here. And I'm gonna give you the mic.
Okay. So the whole Runaways thing seemed like it just was so quick, and you kind of took the world by storm, being an all-female group. How proud are you of that legacy and what it's done for other female performers in the music industry?
I couldn't be more proud. To be honest, I thought in the 90s that we had all but been forgotten because I just thought, when Madonna turned around and said she was the first one to wear a corset when she knew she wasn't, I thought, ooh, I'd love to just take my chainsaw to Madonna. It's like, give people credit where it's due in this life. Don't,
It's cursed.
it's just, I don't look up to people like that.
Right.
I don't look up to people that are full of themselves, or
Right.
I just don't, because I grew up with it.
Right.
And I've watched this business destroy people that were good. I mean, really good people that just started to believe the hype that they were all that. And, and it's so unattractive, in my opinion. I can't hang with that stuff.
Right. That was a good question.
Thank
So,
you.
but on that note,
And I drew a cherry on his album. He liked it.
oh, there you go. And on that note, we have to let this amazing guest get back to their table so that they can interact with some more fans of theirs. But like I said to the live viewers, make sure what is going on.
This convention, I'm so impressed. I'm really very impressed. I
Oh, I
mean, it's
actually- yeah.
fantastic.
I never even asked that question at the beginning. What did you think? What do you think of the Maryland Pop and Horror Con?
Oh
so
my
far?
gosh. I mean, I
What
was
experience?
telling Billy, who's, at the helm. I mean, what an exceptional job. I
Yeah.
mean, it's beautiful, and
Yeah.
it's got so many great vendors and anything you could ever want. Wonderful
Yeah.
stars here. So come
mean,
down.
it's a
You
great
will
hotel
not
as well.
regret
Yeah.
it. It is a feast for the eyes and the senses for sure.
Absolutely. So,
It's about you playing tomorrow. Are you playing here or in a different venue?
No. Up.
the
She's
microphone's
playing
been
here.
out.
She has a spirit with her. That's no.
It
It's
is.
here. I think everything is here. I think.
It's actually not a panel.
No, it would be a
Yeah. Well, I will have to talk to the promoter about that. I will ask him why I don't see it.
usually it's towards the end of the night
Yeah.
on Saturday when, and again, I'm not sure, but he did tell me yesterday that I am performing.
So it could have been a little.
Will you please come up and help me sing Cherry Bomb? Or at least be in front? Would you?
I'll bring my wife. She'll do it.
Beautiful. Bring your wife. She rocks. All right. That's somebody's pissed
we're
off.
being told we got to go.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, something's going on.
So I mean, maybe I'm gonna have to get the research on this room.
It's
Okay, in
fine.
regards to. Okay,
Thank you
yeah.
so much.
we can't have that, especially when we have amazing people like this up here.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Time
Thank
to
you
let her
so
go.
much. Thank you. Thank you. An honor and a privilege. Thank you very
No,
much.
thank you.